Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy, Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look today at the Montreal Canadiens, as the Canadiens have a couple of kind of interesting things going on in their organization. The big one, obviously, being is Carey Price. Could we see him end up getting traded? That is something that has been brought up, so we'll be taking a look at that today. So this is the first report from Pierre LeBrun. The Canadiens will try to trade forward Yoel Armia this offseason. And we actually got a little bit more detail on that. Yoel Armia's contract is an anchor. Habs couldn't move it. I think they will try again in the summer. But because of that, they basically could not keep Artturi Lehkonen. Now, that's kind of interesting, because that brings back the point of the guy, Artturi Lehkonen, who they traded to the Avalanche, who was a restricted free agent this summer. They didn't have the money to keep him because of Yoel Armia. So is this again where the Coyotes or the Kraken or somebody sneaking around with some cap space says, we'll take Yoel Armia for 2 second-round picks or a first-round pick or something to that effect, right? Probably second-round picks. Now, you're not going to see them giving up. You're not going to see the Habs giving up their first-round pick. So that is something on the table. Not to mention Shea Weber's contract, right? That's another one we've been talking about recently. So I don't know. This is one of those things that kind of sucks. They lost Lehkonen because of he's a casualty of the Yoel Armia contract. So I'm sure Habs fans will love that, right? And then obviously the other one we talked about a little bit recently, and you guys have actually talked about it in the comments, and I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. So Carey Price. Carey Price is currently on the road trip right now with the Habs, and he may not play, he might play, they don't really know. And it's been so kept under the rug what is going on exactly with Carey Price. So this is from what we got from Marco D'Amico of Montreal Hockey Now. Speculates that Carey Price could be healthy enough to be traded after this year. Friedman also discussed the idea of a potential trade on his 32 Thoughts podcast and suggested Price could be playing elsewhere next season. So obviously that is big. And we've talked about this before. I remember last offseason and the season before that. The Habs want to move Carey Price's contract. Maybe not the player, because he has been an important piece of the Habs, but they want to move his contract. And it's kind of frustrating, because you look at since Carey Price came there. Honestly, I was rooting for Carey Price when he was with the Ducks, because with the Habs, because it's one of those things you want to see a guy win a cup somewhere. And I think Carey Price is an example of a guy that he's got to win a cup in Montreal. And he could win a cup somewhere else. He could win a cup in St. Louis. He could win a cup in Minnesota. He could win a cup wherever somebody trades for him. But it's not going to be the same as it would be in Montreal. He's been with this team since 2005, and everybody remembers the infamous Pierre Maguire saying, "Oh, this is a horrible pick for the Montreal Canadiens, taking Carey Price. What is wrong with them? What are they doing?" And that whole thing that happened, right? But this is a guy who's played in over 700 games with the Montreal Canadiens since the 2007-2008 season. But he's had injuries, and he's been riddled with injuries, and that's kind of been the biggest problem for him. He's got the Jack A. Butterfield Trophy from the AHL, really good goals against average, right? He won the Hart Trophy in 2015, the William N. Jennings in 2015, the Vezina in 2015, the Ted Lindsay in 2015, and ever since then, he hasn't won anything. And that was 7 years ago now. His contract takes him till 2026. This is a long contract, and to make matters worse, it carries $10.5 million per season, so I don't know if there's going to be too many teams out there wanting to take Carey Price's contract. And why would they, right? He hasn't been healthy. He hasn't been in the lineup. So it's kind of one of those things where you're like, I don't know. What do you really do with that? Obviously the PR would not look good on the Habs trading away, Carey Price. And let's be honest, they're not going to get the value that fans would be okay with. Or even as a team, publicly, as not even just a Habs fan, but I think across the NHL, you look at a trade for Carey Price, they are not going to get the value that you would expect for Carey Price, right? And the only value Carey Price really holds at this point is the fact his name is Carey Price, right? So, again, it might be one of those things where maybe he turns it around and he's on a better team than Montreal and he gets that success. And we've seen it. I mean, we saw it in 2020. It wasn't that long ago. It was a year ago. Carey Price was carrying this team all the way to the Stanley Cup final. Maybe that's why he was so injured. It's like, Superman or Spider-Man kind of holding the train, like the entire train at full speed. And at some point he's like, I'm beat up. And I think that's kind of what you're seeing right now for Carey Price. So again, whether he gets traded or not, I think that fact that it's being talked about again is not too surprising, but it would be kind of, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. It just seems like a missed opportunity for the Habs if they don't win a cup with Carey Price. And even if they win a cup in the next 5 years and it's not with Carey Price, it is going to be like, I wish Carey was here, right? They could win a cup next year and it would be like, and they trade Carey Price and it's like, yeah, I wish Carey Price was here, right? So again, we'll see what happens, but let me know what you guys think. I know my Habs fans out there, you guys are definitely going to check this one out. You guys always show up for my videos, so I definitely appreciate that. You guys are awesome. But let me know what you guys think. Should they trade Carey Price? Should they not trade him? Let me know down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.